All right. We are back, and you are listening to LPJ.
Speaker Radio with Mr. and Mrs. Sweet Thing. And if you just joined us, we are talking with
Rosie Irving, parish nurse. So if you just joined us, she's going to tell us much more about what that is and what she do.
And what it consists of. Very intelligent young
very
lady.
Interesting.
And very
something
interesting.
That we need in our community.
Something we need in the community real bad, and I hope that she get support from the neighborhood because we do need it, and we need it real bad. So we're back, and we're back with her. And
we're going to continue with some more information from her.
And I hope that you learn a lot from this. Are you with us back there? Yeah, she's with us. Yeah, there she is.
We were talking about some of the roles of a parish nurse, and there are so many. I don't think that we need to elaborate on it too much about what my role is here. It is just to help you.
There you go.
I like
just
that.
Being an advocate, just trying to, I'll consult you. I help you with any issues that you have, just like medications. A lot of people have medication that don't know what it is.
Yes.
It's a lot of people don't know how to choose providers or how to do any of that stuff. So I help with everything and anything one needs help with. As we stated before, health counseling, educator of holistic health. I provide all the information that I provide to you through seminars and workshops. Anything that anyone would like to have done, I'm at Rock Hill Baptist Church. You just get in touch with me and I can get that program together so we can have the whole community, because I'm sure it's a lot of people in the community have knowledge deficits regarding basically everything. Even if it's just you and you say, okay, I'm hypertensive, so I will ask you, well, I won't say hypertension, I'm just going to say high blood pressure.
Yep.
Do you know what you should eat? Do you know how to take care of yourself? Do you know all the things that you're supposed to do? Are you taking medication? Do you know the damage that high blood pressure can do to the rest of your body? This is just some of the questions and some of the things that I can answer, and we can have a workshop, and you can be there and you can ask the clinicians, what are you talking about? But you can't eat all that salty stuff, and you don't need all that good old fried stuff that you're eating. I know it's hard, but you gotta give it up.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
hard. Yeah,
So
it's hard.
that is very hard. But as a community, what can we do to support you, and what other things can we do as a community?
Yes, and if you by yourself and you have doctor's appointment and you go to the doctor and you need somebody to be with you and help you understand what your doctor talking about, I think you have a friend right there that will be glad to take the time to go with you and help you understand what your doctor is saying, what he's talking about, what type of medicine he's giving you, help you understand what you're taking. That's part of her job, too, is to go with you and say, yeah, well, here's what your doctor's talking about. Here's what he's saying. Here's what he wants you to do. Someone like that's part of her job. That's what she's saying. Go with you. If you don't have anybody to go with you to help you understand what your doctor, I know I take her with me, right? Because I don't know half the time what my doctor's talking about. But somebody that understands their language,
Right.
and help break it down to you and let you understand what he's talking or she's talking about. That's what she's saying. She's here to help you. Someone in the neighborhood we have now that we haven't had, that we need and have needed for years and needed bad to help us understand our doctors, understand the medication that they give us, help us understand the side effects that we haven't understood for years, that we've been taking and not knowing what we've been taking and why it's been making us feel the way it makes us feel, because the side effects we have. God has blessed us with someone like that, given her to us so she can be there to help us. God has blessed us with a helper. And we got to support something that God has given us in the community that He just gave us.
Right.
That's a blessing.
Yes, it is.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing God has put in our lives. And we need to be thankful for it and show our thanks by being a big supporter of hers, letting God know, Lord, thank you for giving her to us, because I need somebody like that. We all need somebody to help us understand things in our lives that we don't understand. And God has set her right here in our laps. All we got to do is call. Mm-hmm. That's all we got to do. Just call on and say, look, I got a doctor's appointment. I got to go. I need somebody with me. And call on her. And I'm quite sure she would say, I will be glad to go. Now, that is a blessing God has given us. And I know you can't say no to God when He gives you a blessing. Because I know there's people that out there that need someone to go that has the knowledge of what doctors are talking about. You may have daughters, you may have sons, but they ain't got that knowledge because they haven't been there. I haven't. They don't have that knowledge, but God has sent you a blessing. Someone that do have that knowledge has been to school, got the education, has the ability to talk with doctors and talk their language and can understand it. Now that is a blessing from heaven.
Amen.
I don't want you to feel embarrassed or intimidated by doctors and the way they speak to us, because they do get up on that pedestal and they say things and you just say, okay, doc, okay, doc. I will go with you because I'm not afraid of them. And I said, what are you talking about? Please explain it to them so they can understand it. And I know that the average person is not going to do that. Whatever the doctor tells you, that's what they do. You don't ask questions like I ask questions. Right. What do you mean? What are you talking about? You didn't even let us tell you why we are here. You didn't let us explain anything. I will say that. So I'm telling you guys, I'm asking you guys to please call me, because the doctors don't frighten me, and I know what they're talking about. And if I don't, I'm a gutsy person. I ask them, could you explain that to her or him so they can understand? And if you don't call me, please do not go to the doctor by yourself.
That's right.
Take someone with you, because when the doctor is talking to you, especially if he says something that's you consider bad, you don't hear anything else that was said.
That's right.
You just hear what they said or what you thought they said, and when someone get home and tell you what they said, it's not what you thought they said. So
That is true.
we're not saying anybody is ignorant or stupid and you heard stuff, but you don't have an inkling of what they were talking about. So, as I said, I put on all kind of programs here, and I just see a lot of things that we need that we can help ourselves with. And one of them is eating. And I know you don't like to change.
But I had to. Boy, I hate to give up that. Oh, yeah. I hate to give up that smothered chicken and gravy.
Whoa.
Ooh, with onions.
Whoa.
Oh, mashed potatoes. Macaroni and cheese. I had to give it up.
Gave up pork.
Fried pork chops was my favorite smothered, but I had to give it up. You know, the doctor told me, you give it up or else. And, you know, I know what that else was. And I'm still here because I give up the else.
I admire you for giving it up, but it is hard, and I see it in all the churches.
Yes, it's hard.
All the churches, all that good stuff we eat, it is at every church.
Ooh,
you got those good candied yams that's swimming in butter. All that good old fried chicken just be stinking all through the church, and you can't help yourself. But all this stuff, and that helped keep us ill.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it
You
does.
don't understand it, but it does. And I know
Yes.
your grandparents ate it, and your parents ate it, but they dug theirs up out of the ground.
Yes.
That's the difference.
And I'm not going to even talk about the processed stuff.
No.
My
I'm going to leave that alone. We're not going to deal with none of that tonight.
Long story on that one.
Long story on
long
that.
I've done some research on a lot of it.
Done some research on a lot of it, and a lot of research on the gluten and all this stuff that been fed
Makes
to.
you never wanna
I was
eat
looking
again.
at a guy the other day that took a piece of cheese, and cheese supposed to melt when you heat it up, right? This
Yes.
cheese did not melt.
It burnt.
It burnt. It did not melt. It did not melt at all. It sit there and burnt, but it did not melt. It didn't do anything. It burnt. And this was a piece of American cheese he took out the package that he bought from the store.